Alright, hello everybody. So we're here. Back again. There's apparently some type of version update, I think. That's what it said in the loading screen when I started up the game. So we'll see. We'll see what they mean by that. Oh, excuse me.
I'm always ready to enjoy a delicious meal. Just give the word. Need me to adjust the flavor profile? I've got a full arsenal of fruit jams ready to deploy.
Another one of those. I just need airspace control tower or another warrior, I think. And then I might need 3 more of those.
Finish your pancakes and get some proper R&R, all right?
Okay, what did I finish on the weekly? Combat simulation. Is that new? Did they add that? The Interboost statue. I could do that, honestly. The Interboost statue? Why did I see Crow's name up here? What? What? Huh? Huh? Oh, what? I don't know what's happening there. Like, genuinely. I have finished the current interview thing, though. So. It doesn't count the floating part. It counts where the old statue was. As the entire hitbox for it, I guess. They didn't account for the fact that some people might have already finished it by now. And by some people, I'm pretty sure people who play this game often have likely finished that by now. Which would be most of the fucking player base. To be honest. And then there are some people who just don't care to do that. But I think a lot of people would have finished it by now. Genuinely. What new notice did we get? Obviously, there wasn't a major update to anything. Just a patch or something? Or they were adding content for when it comes out? Oh. So it's literally Suna in Norma. Why did you put Suna? Her banner wasn't even that long ago. What? There's so many other characters that they could have put as a banner character. Well, actually. Hold on. That's kind of fucked up, though. Right? Genuinely. I feel like that's messed up. There are so many characters that haven't seen a banner rerun in so fucking long. And then they're like, yeah, you know what? Let's add a character that, came out not even a few patches ago. Let's do that. Last patch was Chromia Billy. Patch before that. It was 3 patches ago that Suna came out. Just 3. And Suna is the fucking rerun that comes with Norma? That's a weird choice, right? Like a really weird fucking choice. Oh, I don't even have nearly enough energy. Why don't I have that much energy? Or battery? I just feel like Suna is a bad choice for that. Again, she came out 3 patches ago. 3! That's really not that long ago. I'm just so, like, fucked up about that. They should add a season, like a seasonal type of thing that just like uh that's an additional like quote unquote premium one where it's got limited characters. They should add those where it's like, oh, this is you just have a rate for any of the limited uh S rank characters from like season 1 and then another one for season 2. Or they could replace the fucking rerun thing with that.
This stage is mine. Fighter dash! Fighter dash! This'll cost us.
Because again, there are so many characters that have just not gotten the banner rerun at all. And if they're doing it because, oh, this character is just not popular, and it's not going to make us money, add a banner that has more than just a fucking 1 S rank. Do it like FGO does, where, oh hey, there are multiple S ranks that are on the banner. That kind of shit. Like, fuck it, right? Genuinely. I might keep that, actually. I gotta see how good how good this one turns out and how good my 4 is on Billy. Again, he's like the only Rupture I've built. My only other Rupture character is Monoto. I'm genuinely kind of like, I hate games that do that, where it's like, oh hey, you know, I mean mine is pretty decent, but I could see if this one gets better. It doesn't have attack percent and flat attack, but like, I could see how good this is. I'll just do it full. No, it's not good. I mean, it's got HP percent on it. It does have HP percent. Oh, I had more. Definitely not. And this one is, I'll take a no on that. Okay. I know a lot of times I get on here and I kind of like complain about things in the game, but it's genuinely like a bad thing. Because like a gacha game with characters, like, you know, characters you would pay for, at some point has to bring back a character. Like, FGO does have things where, like, certain limited characters only ever come back, like, you know, once every couple of years. But they have so many fucking characters that it's easy for them to forget about that. There's not that fucking many in this game. Like, if you think about it, logistically, compared to, like, gacha games that have run for a long time, this one doesn't have nearly as much. Honestly. Just gonna be 100% flat honest there. This one does not have nearly as many characters as, like, some other gacha games do. And for it to be so, like, oh, hey, you know this character, since they're not popular, we're almost going on 2 years that they haven't had a fucking banner rerun. I'm looking at Harumasa. Harumasa, I think I'm using hyperbole with this, but Harumasa has not reran for a long time. Like, I think he's one of the characters that's had, at least in ZZZ, if not the character, that's had the longest span of no rerunning. Like, of no reruns at all. You can't really have that, because then there's people who might get into the game late and be like, okay, so how do I get this character? Oh, so I've got to wait for it. Okay, when's the next time? Let me ask other people in the community. When's the next time this character's going to be on banner? And then they're received with laughs because they assume that character's never going to be back on banner at all. That character's just unobtainable now. Which that shouldn't be a thing in gacha games. The whole fucking point of gacha games is to collect the characters. Nobody's playing these for actual fucking difficulty. Like, I'm just gonna tell you that for a fact. Anybody who says, oh, I play a gacha game because it's hard and, you know, that kind of shit. No. It might be hard in a sense, in some ways, but it's not a hard game by any stretch of the imagination. Gacha games aren't balanced around being interesting, hard experiences. They're balanced around how much money do you have in your wallet and how they can get you to spend money on the game. So it's just like, I hate it so much, genuinely. It literally upsets me to know that Harumasa has spent almost his entire, after his release, almost that entire time, just not on a banner anywhere at all, not being able to be obtainable at all. That's not something that should happen in a fucking gacha game, genuinely. We should not have gacha games where, like, a character becomes unobtainable after so long. Even FGO, the characters that were unobtainable in FGO because they were event-exclusive freebies, came out as obtainable again. You have a way to get them. You can literally get them for free even still, because they were free to begin with. You couldn't get them through a banner. You could not pay to have them. How you got them was doing the event. That's it.
Hey, don't look down on me.
I'm just... It's one of those things where I hate so much how certain things are with, like, what people accept in a quote-unquote gacha game. Because you shouldn't have to accept that. Chinese gachas, if people actually rose a fucking stink about shit, instead of being like, oh yeah, no, it's great, it's the best game I've ever played, I love Genshin Impact. Like, if people weren't like that, then Hoya would have learned a long fucking time ago that, hey, this kind of shit where you don't put a character on a rerun for a long fucking time, it doesn't fly.
You got any questions? Come find me anytime.
But again, nobody cares because it's characters that they don't necessarily want or care for. And then you have a couple people who are like really devoted to that character who can never upgrade that character higher because they've not been on a rerun at all. They added potentials for Haramasa. But anybody who came after Haramasa was free, like given out for free, they can't use that. There's no way. They physically can't get it because Haramasa is unobtainable. So why Suna? You could have even chose somebody else from fucking Season 2, even Season 1. You chose Suna, who was 3 patches ago. Is that why Crow was there, technically? Hmm. Okay.
Friendly hint from Crow. Multiple trackable signals detected. My. Looks like things are getting tricky. Let's track them down one by one. My marks.
I'm just like... Like, I really hate the way some gacha games are handled. Just genuinely. I could tell that one. Either way, like... I know I went quiet there for a minute. It's I have those moments where I like kind of get heated about something, and I'm like, God, I don't even know what to say anymore. Because it really is kind of upsetting.
You remember. You really are a reliable friend.
What? I did this. Oh, I guess there's some after.
Hey, Mr. President. Competition between businesses, moral dilemmas, and Bangbu fam, and those are all very.
Seems like Crow is right. We really did deal with a whole range of issues that...
Now that's more like it. Who'd have thought a crippled crow could spread its wings and challenge the wind and the sun? Our specialty has always been digging through the wreckage and finding forgotten truths people leave behind.
Where did that come from all of a sudden? You definitely look like you're hiding some secrets, but relax.
So you really aren't even a little curious? Then again, past the two nobodies like us probably aren't worth the attention of a VIP, especially brought over from me. But I've got a feeling. A real big case.
I knew it.
Good day, Mr. Crow.
Oh, is he gonna be the A rank for when like Sigrid comes out?
Quiet. I'm thinking. Last night, I may have tricked that suspect, Boo. Telling him I could hook him up with a job at the CCD. And the day before yesterday, I did get into a little scuffle with that debtor. And 3 days ago, I borrowed the bakery's camera feed, but I used the tempered...
So all that talk about making us temporary detective assistants and helping us get familiar with Buastrom.
Sorry, I can make I can explain. The bond between the president and me and you is...
All right, Mr. Crow. No need to test my patience with travel.
How can you call this childish?
Anyway, I've heard you're capable of deciphering clues the airspace patrol can't crack through the... I've got...
Since this is airspace patrol business,
Take a look at this.
All right, test from the big shots.
I'm really curious now how that's gonna play out. Let me grab this. And then that's 5 Boupons. I'm curious. He acts like he might be... He could just be like a fucking NPC, like a straight NPC. But there's also just the possibility that he's like an A rank. Because he gives off that A rank vibe. And so far we don't have an A rank that we know about for Season 3. Haven't seen one yet. Let's just spin some of these. Might as well, am I right? I'm getting close to an S rank on the standard banner at least. 39 more. Skip. Is that Kaboom? Finally! Oh my god. I knew I'd get it eventually. That just took so fucking long. My nose. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Sorry about that. I had one of those sneezes. Like, it was internal. I had an... That sounds weird. I had one of those sneezes where, like, your whole body locks up and you can't, like, sneeze outward. And then it, like, gets stuck by something, and I had to fucking wipe my nose. I had to find something to wipe my face off with. That was not attractive. It's a really bad look for me. Okay. But, either way. He does look like an A rank, or a possible A rank. He's good in combat. He does have scars. I'm wondering if the crow thing has something to do with he might be like a, he might be like... Well, he might have had an accident. Probably what... You know, probably what that means. He had an accident in, like, a combat situation at some point. Got very badly hurt. It hasn't really done that much, like, combat from then on. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I still hate that Suna is the actual, like, S rank, is the returning. Then we have Yushengguang, which also kind of insulting. It's just kind of insulting that it's like, oh hey, you know those season 1 characters? We're not gonna bring them back like fucking ever. There you go. We brought them back a bit when season 2 came out, but we're not gonna bring them back again. Like I want them to make a more spawns. They could even have, they could keep the standard banner and then have a third spawn, like a third summon that is like right here, or just fucking replace this second one. But I think people want this kind of thing where you have a guarantee of one, rather than it being like the standard banner where it's a collection of limited ones. But I feel like they should add a third one where it has like a rotating like, oh hey, here's a couple different characters or agents that you could spawn in as your S rank. It would just be more useful. Because then you would have some people who are like obsessed with certain characters who are going to be actually pulling on that, because they would want to upgrade those characters that they have already, if they haven't already gotten them upgraded. You're going to have people doing that kind of thing, where they're actually trying to in-6 like some of their favorite characters because they don't have them in 6 already. So you would still get the same numbers for some of the newer characters, but it'd be a bit different. Like, you would actually have people who would probably want some of these older characters who are going to spawn for it because they want to make some of these older characters work or make them better. Test builds with them, because now they have access to them, so you're not having to wait for a character to come out and then be like, oh, but if I spawn this character now instead of getting a better one later, I'm gonna have to they get a bit more of the FOMO of, oh, I'll skip the character that I don't know if is gonna work well, I just want to try to upgrade them, and then go for a newer character that's already going to be better, because we know a lot of the newer characters are typically better than the older ones. But, either way. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do enjoy my content, and you want to support me in ways that are not just watching the video and stuff like that, I have 2 ways down below that you could do that. The first way is my HoneyGain referral code link. It doesn't require any kind of money deposit, anything like that. You don't have to give me money. That's not what's happening with it. In fact, it earns you money. But when you use the link down below, over the course of you getting $20, you're for every $20 you gain, HoneyGain gives me 5. So that helps me a bit. It helps me out a lot. If you do that. It takes a while to earn that money, but that's how it goes. It's not like I'm sponsored by them either. That's my personal referral code link. Like, I have a HoneyGain account. I use it every day. So I wouldn't advertise for something that I don't use. The other way would require, it is actually a donations page. That's all it is currently. There's no exclusive content on it. It is my Ko-fi link. in the description. It is not, you're not getting anything out of it. It's just if you really enjoy my content and want to see me improve the content by eventually being able to buy new hardware, that kind of stuff. But either way, if you're watching this, you've gotten 35 minutes in. I wanted to tell you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, genuinely. There's something special about you. Yes, you, the one still watching, the one that's hearing this message right now. There's something different. You could have watched any other video, but you chose mine. A very shitty version of somebody playing CZZ just yapping here. You chose this. And that makes you feel more real to me. Makes you feel like, or makes me feel like you made more of a choice than just following some big creator who, they don't speak, they just show the game. They're not really doing anything other than, oh hey, I'm playing the game with no audio or no fucking voice acting or voicing. So you're just seeing the game. Well, that's not what we do here. It's not what I do on this channel. Either way, anybody else watching, thank you all so much. And I will catch you all in the next one.